February 1st, and it is the start of Freedom February. My name is Case, and if you are new here, welcome to the channel. So I am one half of 26 and O. My wife, MP Michelle, she is the other half. And if you know us from before, you also know that we were previously under the alias Tulips Freedom. We did rebrand 2 years ago. There's a story behind that. Maybe I'll share it with you guys in at some point, but that is not the point here. But I do say that to say because it tracks with Freedom February, right? So, Freedom February, if you are here for the challenge, right, it actually starts today. It is a month long challenge where I am challenging myself to get rid of 100 things. So, between 3 and 5 things every single day until I hit the goal of 100 items. What's the purpose? It's just decluttering. I could just go ahead and get rid of the 100 things in one day. Well, the idea is to be a little bit more consistent and more cognizant about the things that I bring into the house and take out of the house, right? I don't have a lot of clutter in the house, but there are some things that I can get rid of, from old kitchen appliances, clothes, shoes, things in the garage, and just stuff, mail, all the kinds of things that I can get rid of. So, getting rid of those things can help make my life a little bit more efficient, a lot more clutter free. Even again, like, I don't believe I have clutter, but there are some things. I think all of us have some things that we're holding on to that we don't necessarily need to keep. And so that is the idea behind that, just to start living in ways that are more efficient, where we have the ability to just kind of move through life a little bit smoother. So, Freedom February is a challenge that I created for myself, but I was like, you know what? I might as well share it with the people who watch me, because you guys might be interested in joining along too. And if y'all are interested in joining along, I'd really love to hear what you guys are doing, because y'all might not be in this space in your lives where you need to declutter, you don't feel like decluttering, but you want to do something else. And I'd love to hear what that is for you. And people are like, well, what else can I do for Freedom February? So, if your idea is to live a little bit more stress free and just, a little bit more freedom, things that are conducive to feeling free, then that might look like repairing old relationships, or kind of getting rid of old relationships. Say you have a friend that's been around 10 years and they are not reciprocal at all. They are just really a trash friend. And you're like, you know what? Let me go ahead and write 100 actionable steps for myself so that I can have the courage to have that conversation with them, to see that if we can mend and be on the same accord, or figure out how to throw them to the curb. Just because somebody has been in our life for so long doesn't mean that they need to stay there, and you don't have to feel guilty for wanting to move forward, because we all have those relationships that kind of hold us back and hold us down. And just because they have been around forever, and they're not terrible people, but they're not great people either, go ahead, girl. Or guys, just go ahead and put them where they need to be. So these videos are designed to be a bit shorter, 15 minutes or less. Hopefully, I can keep them around 10 minutes. And I'm going to be showing you what I get rid of every single day on a weekly basis, or maybe a bi weekly basis. I haven't really figured that out yet. I'm on the late show. I thought I'd have a couple of episodes recorded by now so that I can just drop them. But nope, this is the first video, and y'all are going to see me get rid of 5 things today. If I do drop 2 videos a week, it'll probably be something like Saturday and a Wednesday. I know I said I'd start on Monday, but the first don't even start on a Monday. And how dare me not start Freedom February on the actual 1st of February. So that will be Saturday, which is today. And I will probably pop back in if I'm doing bi-weekly again on Wednesday. If I do it weekly, it'll always be on a Saturday. And I will just show you my haul of things that I got rid of for the week. Again, my goal is 100 items at the end of February. And the idea is to continue to take this through the end of the year and beyond. So, just to be more cognizant of the things that I bring in the house, the things that I need to get rid of, donate them to someone that can use them, or upcycle them to refresh them in ways that make more sense for our lifestyle. So, whether it is appliances, clothes, shoes, things in the garage, I got 100 things to get rid of. So I'm sure you can apply 100 in your life for February. Of course, I won't be getting rid of 100 things every single month, and my goals actually might change. I might declutter for a couple of months, and then after that, I'm like, I don't need to do this anymore. Maybe I need to work on my spiritual energy, or personal development, and figuring out how to apply 100 ways to do something in that way. So, I'd love to hear what you guys have going on. Please drop it in the comments. It might inspire me to do the same, or someone else that is watching to do the same. So again, these are all going to be very short videos. I'm going to show you what I'm getting rid of today. The thumbnails for Freedom February will always be the same. I will have them labeled as episode 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 8 if I do choose to do bi-weekly videos. So with that being said, thank you for joining me, and let's go ahead and see what I'm getting rid of. To be honest, I haven't even really picked out the stuff I'm getting rid of yet today, but I'll show you once I figure that out. I'll be back.
I understand that you got a new man, but you can't say you don't think about me. And I messed up, I know I had my chance, but the feelings that I have just won't leave. Whoa, whoa. It may be on a night when you're lonely, girl, I can bring that whole thing back. And you're dying to put it on me, girl. There's no denying that. So can I get one more chance to hear you just say yes? Cause if I wrap my arms around you, I promise I won't let go. I'm telling you, I know nobody ain't gonna know your body like I know your body. I'ma make it special at night.
I have gathered up my 5 things for the first Freedom February day. And all I'm going to say is this is actually probably a little bit harder than I anticipated it being, because I have gone through the process prior to the new year of getting rid of some things. And so there was some emotion, and I'm not going to say like I was falling out and nothing like that, but there was a little bit of emotion and some hesitation about getting rid of some things, and me really discovering that some of the stuff that I thought I could get rid of, I'm like, you know what, this is actually kind of cute on me right now. So a little bit more difficult, but I did go ahead and forge through it, and I'm getting rid of 5 things. These might seem a little bit small to you, but I tried to find some things that are relatively substantial. So, and then I could have counted one thing twice because it's a set of 2, but I was like, let's just get rid of the set and count it as one. So technically I'm getting rid of 6 things. So let's go with the first thing I'm getting rid of. So the first thing I'm going to get rid of is this. This is a chic shaper. I have probably had this for the better part of 7 or 8 years. It has, y'all, I might have had this a little bit longer than that if this came from Wisconsin when we had a party one time, and I was giving away like elephant, is it called trunk? I don't know, something relative to that. But it was just a random party, and I bought a whole bunch of stuff from the Dollar Tree and a bunch of cheap stuff. So people would just be able to grab into the box. They were wrapped all kind of crazy in toilet paper or tissue paper, and they were able to just kind of grab them. So this I probably could have had this over 10 years, but if not 10 years, it has definitely been at least 7 or 8, because I could have brought this when we moved down here, and that was 10 years ago. I don't know, but I'm getting rid of this. It was only $1.99. I have not looked at it. I don't have the first clue what it does. It could lift and support, but I will be going ahead and getting rid of this. The next thing I'm getting rid of are these. So, babe, she may not want me to get rid of these because I think these actually could have came from the Dollar Tree, because I don't think they were hers. But if they were hers, then I got to get rid of them before she sees them. But the reason behind me getting rid of these is because, one, this is still on it, so that means we have not used these in at least 5 years since we moved from our last house. So we haven't used them. They have been sitting in our bar for at least 5 years. at this point. And so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of them. It is just a set of two. We don't really drink. There's other glasses that we do use that we can drink out of. So these, they can go. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these. So, but they're nice and substantial. But for some reason, I feel like these actually came from the Dollar Tree. And then I am going to get rid of these. Now, everybody, most people usually keep clothes that are too big that, we all go up and down in weight, meaning like, one day we might need to put on our bigger pair of jeans because we're feeling a little stuffed and bloated, or we've lost a substantial amount of weight and we've got to go back to our smaller things, or we've gained a ton of weight. And I'm notorious for gaining a ton of weight really, really fast. I forgot that I got this mic on. And I'm notorious for gaining a lot of weight really, really fast, y'all. I get into these moods and, we start hanging out and we start doing all the things, going to all the restaurants. And the next thing I look up, I have gained 40 pounds. This has been my cycle for ever. But hopefully with me being able to do this and start doing these things and getting rid of stuff in the house, maybe I might be a little bit more conscious of what I'm doing. Because I'm not even gonna say I'm not even conscious when I be eating, because I be knowing. But anyway, I have these pair of pants that I wore just last year, and I really, really, really do like these pants. These pants came from J Lux label, and I had a pair of these in yellow, and I never wore the yellow ones because I had lost a substantial amount of weight back then. But since they were yellow, I was like, I'll go ahead and get rid of them. So I never wore the yellow ones, and I got rid of them. And then when I gained all the weight back and then some, I wanted the yellow ones back, but I still had the black ones, but the black ones were still kind of big, but they were comfortable. So what I'm going to do is I'll probably pass these along to my daughter, and get rid of these. They fell on the jute rug, so I do have to run a lint brush across them. So I'll probably pass these on to my daughter because they are a great pair of high-waisted pants. They're very sexy if you have a little bit of shape, and I got a lot of bit of shape. So these actually were really, really cute on me, and I feel like my daughter could use these and put these to the use so that she can step into more so into her grown woman era. I think she'll appreciate these, right? So then the next thing I'm going to get rid of, it is a kitchen item, another kitchen item. Hang on. I'm going to get rid of this juicer. So this juicer has been around town. We have definitely put it to good use, but it is old. The motor isn't doing so well. I haven't used it probably in maybe a year, maybe longer. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it because it's not, what do you call one of them new juicers? This one is like you put the fruit and vegetable in, and then it immediately expresses it. I want to get a juicer, so technically this really ain't getting rid of something because I do plan on bringing this actually back into the house, but that hasn't happened yet. So in the meantime, maybe I'll even forget about that. Maybe that's not even something we're going to do, but I am planning on getting a juicer. But because I do plan on getting the one where you put the fruits and vegetables in, and then it does the little process, and then you have to open it up for the juice to come out, the better type of juicers that keeps more of the nutrients in versus this one, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. But this one, we have loved this one. It has treated us well. This is what we started using. I think I bought this back. I'm pretty sure we bought this back when we lived in Wisconsin. And that was when we started really paying more attention into our like health and wellness. And mind you, even though I go up and down in weight, your girl is very into health and wellness. I just don't have no discipline, and I know what needs to go in my body. I know how to eat well. I know how to exercise and do all the things. I just be lacking on the commitment sometimes, and I'm in that phase right now where I am committed and I'm trying my best so that I can stay focused and stay committed, so that this becomes way more of a lifestyle, so that if I do gain weight again, it is not in the proportions that I have gained in the past that have become very depressing. So out this goes, but with the intention of purchasing a new one. So technically this might bring me down to 4 items, but for today it is 5. And then the last item, another thing that I'm going to pass along to my daughter. So the last thing that I'm going to do is pass this on to my daughter. Now this dress is cute, right? But this was size 18 friendly for me, right? I never wore it, but I got it to have something like when me and Babe were just to be able to grab and be able to go out on a cute date night and not feel frustrated because I didn't have anything to wear. But um, I just never wore it. We didn't either do enough when I was this size, or I just picked something that was even a little bit more comfortable. So um, this is UK 18. So what is that US size? So anyway, still brand new with the tags. I'm going to give this to my daughter. I think it'll look really, really cute on her as well. She's also on a wellness journey for herself. So I'm going to say she's participating in Freedom February too, even though she don't really know about it yet. But she actually started this past week. So I'm going to go ahead and send this to her with the pounds. And so there you have it. 5 things. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow, but y'all will see that on Wednesday or next Saturday. So, y'all, I'm going to have to think about this because it seems easier than what it actually is. Now, if I start going through my wife's things, I'm pretty sure I would think that I can get rid of quite a few things on her end because she has some underwear that she's holding on to that I know baby girl cannot fix. I fit. They have been in the drawer for years. They are brand new, and she just needs to go ahead and get rid of them. And that's probably about a 13 pair right there. And I know I bought those like 7 years ago. So at least that I know there are tools and things in the garage, but I will leave that up to her. She did say she was participating, but she's not going to be sharing that on the channel. So anyway, you guys, thank you so much for seeing what I got rid of for the first day of Freedom February. I'm looking forward to sharing with you more. I'm also looking forward to seeing what you guys have going on in the interim while I'm not here. Definitely check out my shorts here on YouTube if you haven't seen them. I'm also over on TikTok under 2, 6, and O, all spelled out. 2, TWOSIXANDOHH over on TikTok. Go ahead and follow me over there. I do post pretty frequently. It is a little bit more design centered over there, but I do share a whole bunch of other stuff, and I'll be acting it over there. On Instagram, the same handle. I did go ahead and make the page public because why not? I don't really have nothing to hide. Ain't nobody checking for me. So yeah. Otherwise, I'll be back with a weekly vlog soon. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next Freedom February.